if you left, we could close down.
It's the worst. Like when I'm at work, I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be a pretty slow day. It's pretty rainy out, and then you're just like busy as fuck. Like, what are you people doing here?
You are killing me.
I know.
Yeah.
I had this mindset of not doing shit.
It's true. I was telling him I went to the zoo today, and it was like 30 degrees at the zoo. So we were like the only ones there, but it also meant there were no animals out, so we were just pretty much just walking around. We got to see ones that were in climate controlled habitats, but besides that, it was fine. It was like 2 hour walk we got in. So
I mean, I love walking the Nashville Zoo. Steffi's old work family, she was a nanny for a long time, but they all of them had season passes to the zoo. So if there was ever like a weekend where she was babysitting one of them, or watching them anytime extra, and it was nice out, it's like, oh yeah, zoo all day long. Like, I'm gonna go see me some reptiles.
I do the same thing when it's cold out or it's during the week. We'll go during the week when everybody's at work or in school, and you get like free reign. There's nobody there.
Yeah, I like that. Nashville's pretty like touristy as a whole. You know what I mean? Like the charm of it wears off for a good majority of Nashville, but it's got some spots where it's like, oh yeah, there are certain things they do really right when they put the effort into it, and the zoo is one of them.
Did you see that Colby got a new follower on Twitch?
Oh, was that the dude you were playing Diablo with?
Yeah, dude. That was pretty cool.
Was just some rando, or I didn't pick up, like, I saw him posting in the chat, but I was like swapping laundry out, and I'm like, who's this guy? I saw the chat.
Yeah, so it was just a random dude. He liked Diablo, gave me a follow, and then he was like, man, awesome. You're making me want to get my character going again. I was like, hell yeah, dude, you should. And he said, fuck it, I'm doing it.
Dude, that's dope, dude. Like, hopefully, yeah. And then like I said, what was his name? Noah something?
Thantos?
Yeah, Thantos.
Yeah, Thantos.
And then he ended up actually hopping in my game with me and kind of running me through some dungeons and shit. So that was cool.
He almost got fucking banned, bro. Like he showed up, and I wasn't paying attention. I just saw a name pop up, and it's just secondhand nature to like the name,
the bots,
just get rid of him. And then I saw that he was like, "What's Gucci?" And then I was like, let me see where this goes before I just fucking launch this dude
into
the ether. Like, gosh.
Yeah, because man, it's so kind of disheartening, and you see like it happens so much. People be like, "Oh, hey, I love your stream," and it's like, you just now like came in here, bro. So
yeah,
and then they're like, I can make it so much better. Just come to my. I'm like, okay. Trying to sell me some fucking shit.
Some bullshit, yeah.
I will murder
and well, that's the thing. Like, I don't care if it's Twitch. I don't care if it's YouTube. I don't care if you're trying to be, an Instagram influencer. You're at the whims of the algorithm, like everybody else. And so, realistically, think of it like weeding out the people who don't really want to do it. Because it's easy to get discouraged, it's easy to quit, it's easy to give up, but man, if you just keep doing it, like, slowly but surely, it starts with that one rando that jumps in your chat, sure. And pretty soon you got 5, then 10, and
I don't know if you guys
it just takes time.
Big TikTokers or not, but I be scrolling, and
I don't.
You'll like see like small streamers or tips for small streamers on here, and then I love reading the comments, and people are like, I did this for 3 months and no one ever came in. I gave up. And it's like, yeah, you give up.
Yeah.
That's more for me. Come on over to Kojak's stream.
And they will, man. Like I said,
there ain't no quit, baby.
It is a grind.
What's your name on there?
Super
Smash
Super
Bros?
Hammer.
Yeah, Super Hammer.
Yeah, Super Hammer, bro.
They'll keep me going forever.
Like, I got that guy knowing that the other loser.
Well, it's because you have like 3 YouTubes that you support me with too. So you have like Super Smash Bros.
I have 6 that I support you with.
Oh, sometimes I'm like, man, someone new commented on my video, and Jesse's like, yeah, did you see? I commented that on your video under my other account. I'm like, oh.
I know. I know. I was like, do I tell him it's me, or do I let him have like a moment where he's like, oh yeah, that dude guy.
Dude.
I don't want to give you false hope. And so, and you know how embarrassing it is for me to post on your thing from one of my accounts and then reply to my own reply with another account, being like, yeah, totally.
So funny.
I need to go through and watch all your clips. I was doing it every time you posted one. I would go through all my accounts and do it.
Yeah,
But it would piss me off. It pisses me off because I'll watch the clip on every single one of them and like every single time and make a comment every single time. But the likes won't always stay there.
Yeah,
dude, I noticed that too.
yeah.
I mean,
I don't know
I
if
will say
YouTube's like, you're not gonna like every one of these on every account. So
yeah,
I mean, maybe if they're tracking you by your IP address, then probably they're not going to let multiple. I mean, because like for example, even though Christine's username is coming from the same IP address, there's internet history to show that okay, this has existed other places. You know what I mean? Versus
okay.
it's coming from the same device, same IP address, same. It's like you're using either they're gonna think you're a bot farm or you're trying to
and we
fake the algorithm.
We figured that out on Twitch where you have to have an average of 3 viewers to hit affiliate for so long. And I was like, fuck, I got a laptop, Brittany's phone, my phone, and like we had all these things streaming and it was still just like 1 viewer, and I was like, fuck. And I like did some research and it was like, yeah, you can't be on the same IP. It just counts your IP, not your devices.
I know. When I started a X account maybe a year or 2 ago, and I had all these videos that I had saved on YouTube that I liked, and I posted them one after another to just get them all on my X account, kind of have a backup. And I got an email that was saying that my account was on hold because they assumed that I was some kind of bot because I was like inhuman speed, you know, like just like sending videos.
Yeah. What sucks is we kind of missed it because in order for them to know that, people have done that, you know. So whoever like originally was doing that, like just got it right away. Someone made Twitch affiliate like in one day.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. And then Twitch was like, "Whoa, what the fuck? We've never seen activity like this before." And they like figured it out, and they're like, "Okay, we're gonna end that."
Yeah, this guy's incredible.
I still think about like we were born just like a hair too late, you know, to really appreciate it. And I even think like one of my let's see, this would have been sophomore year, Mr. Wells's literature class. And Jesse, I think you helped me with it. I don't remember if I showed it to you or something at that point, but basically we were reading about Henry David Thoreau. You know, the guy that fucks off into the woods and lives the simple life and realizes you don't need a complicated life. You can live off, you know, listening to nature and fishing and whatever. Well, the parallels, like the speech was supposed to be about, or the paper, what is your Thoreau? You know, what lets you unwind, disconnect? Where's your happy place? And for me at the time, it was video games. And so for my presentation, I literally just popped in a VHS, a blank VHS into our VCR, played Halo 2. It was the opening and, you know, the first level and stuff. And it's just screen capture on a VHS tape of me playing while I'm standing up in front of the class reading my speech about how, you know, video games let you disconnect. You get to be the hero of the story, like whatever the speech was about. But thinking back on that, like that was right before YouTube, you know, and right before, you know, because we were into film and stuff at that point, and I'm thinking, man, like I might be onto something here. and I was really proud of that paper. I remember I like rewrote it at least 3 times, which I didn't do unless I actually was trying. You know what I mean? And he gave me a C minus.
Oh,
Gave me a C minus on the paper. The reason why, and that was the reason why, is what just kicked me in the teeth was video games can't be your throw. It can't be. You know, he was adamant that no, that doesn't count. And I'm like, so wait a minute, like all these guys wrote about playing on the basketball court and like, you know, all this other stuff that is fine, but like you're saying video games can't be your happy place.
You're
yeah,
like,
So
it's
no.
wild.
hey, you're lucky
It's
I
wild
didn't put
because
drinking.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, you know. But
it's wild
whatever.
because basketball and football and baseball are all games, you know.
Hmm.
But I've been hankering for you to finish Resident Evil 2. Do you think you'll do it?
Shit. I'm scared. Yeah. I
It's
need to
spooky.
So you've had plenty of time to digest it, the game so far. Take
For
me
sure.
through what you think about it.
It's awesome. It's frustrating. It's scary.
Yeah.
But it is a lot of fun. I am excited to get back into it. Mr. X, I remember, is like, I'm right at that part where he comes and he's just chasing me, you know. So I need to just calm my heart rate down and figure it out. I'm
So
too nervous of being like, fuck, he's just gonna kill me over and over again. Like,
I beat the first over the original one. Did you
Mhm.
beat Brian?
Yes.
I
Well,
saw,
are you talking about for the PlayStation, or because
uh,
honestly, I didn't. I've only played that one, like at like the Toys R Us demo station. You know, I didn't have a PlayStation for a super long time, but
yeah,
I finally did circle back to Resident Evil 1, but it was the remaster that came out for the GameCube. Like one of the first games they released for the GameCube was the Resident Evil 1 remaster.
that's one of the best remakes.
isn't
Yeah,
that like a
super
top
scary.
view?
It's it just depends on the. It's usually a fixed camera angle, but it's not
Mhm.
always up top. It's usually kind of from your
Like a corner.
Okay.
corner or behind you. You can't change the camera.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah, that camera angle killed me so many times.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I beat the second one on PlayStation when it came out, and I only beat it because I listened to Tenacious D on repeat. Like it's what got me through it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And but I do not remember Mr. X at all. Like so when I played the remake, I didn't know about him. I didn't watch anything about the game or anything. And so I was playing through it, and that uh the police station, the main reception area is like your safe space. Like
Yeah.
nobody comes in there, nothing
Mhm.
happens there. You know, all I have to do is get there and I'll be okay. But then you see Mr. X and I'm thinking, okay, I just got to get to my safe space. And I get there and I hear the thumping and then the door kicked open on the top floor and I was so fucking scared, dude. I couldn't
Mhm.
believe it.
See,
And
I
I
did the
paused,
same thing. I was
yeah,
like,
I
man,
paused the
just get
game and I was
there.
like, I know, yeah. I paused the game thinking okay, what the fuck? And then I had to run through like the really dangerous hallway that you always run down to get to that other safe room. And I just stayed in the safe room for I don't know how long before I felt comfortable going back out there.
He's so terrifying. So, I just got to get going on that and kind of learn what he does, and because I did the same thing where he like comes in and I like ran down that hallway and then I die from those fucking whatever they are, the ones that are like crawling all over the
Well,
wall.
the liquors.
The
Yeah.
liquor.
And then you have no ammo, you have like one knife, you know, and then that thing gets in, you stick him, now your knife's gone. Mr. X is on your ass. So it's an intense game for sure.
It was super intense. And my memory of like the order of events was completely off. Like I was like, okay, so the you go to the parking garage in the jail cell well after Mr. X in my brain, right? But I think it was before Mr. X, wasn't it?
That was before. That was right before Mr. X, because you got to go to the parking garage. Well, you're on your way to the parking garage when you swoop by the jail cell, because remember, that's where you get the parking garage key. Was from that dude where Mr. X just reaches through the wall and drags his face. Just fucking. It's just like that poor man. He did. I mean, whatever he did not deserve that. Like, come on now. Like, I'm all for a good, gory death or whatever, but like, you terrified him, you dragged him like 10 feet and slowly crushed him. Like, unacceptable, uncalled for.
It's true. And then I forgot the Birkin fight was so soon. So you walked out there on the walkway, and that fucking dude jumped down and scared the shit out of you, and then you fell down below. But then I was like, oh, he's toast. But you weren't at all. Like, your fucking skills, like, you shot him in the eye like almost every time, and I was like,
even through the pipe. Like, I probably watched that clip probably 6 or 7 times, where same thing. I thought, I'm like, dude, he's not gonna get around that. But you just like stop at that perfect angle where you get a shot straight between those 2 steaming pipes, and he's like, and I'm like, he fucking got it.
I was like super impressed. I felt like I owed somebody money.
Yeah, it's the Call of Duty skill, I think, kind of playing a factor there.
Definitely. I thought you handled it well.
Resident Evil can't be described any better than survival horror. They don't give you much to work with, and it's so scary the whole time.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's completely like out of my element of gaming. Like, I've never played horror games really. I think I played what was that original Xbox game, like Manhunt or something?
Oh, dude, yes, so scary.
Yeah, I played.
So scary.
Jesse had that, I think, and we like played that one night, and even then I was like, I'm never playing a horror game again.
Yeah,
this is terrifying.
That was not. I bought that game. My parents were just like, "Oh yeah, get whatever you want." They never checked nothing, so I was like, "Oh, I'll get this horror game." I had to quit buying them because like I couldn't play them. They scared me too much. And Manhunt was a whole different animal. It was like it was like super. It was like dirty and like disturbing.
Yeah.
Like it was not for me. Like I
remember a part where you took a guy down and like put a bag over his head and like were suffocating him, and I was just like, Jesus Christ.
I know. And like the game's like, hey, hold it longer before you kill him and it'll be more graphic. And I was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm all right, bro.
Like, you want to play some Roller Coaster Tycoon? That game's fun.
I'm going to put some Kirby in. You want popcorn?
The game that always freaked me right the hell out, it took me 6 years to beat it because I just couldn't play it after dark. I was too scared to. It was Evil Dead Hail to the King on the PlayStation 1. And it is, dude, it's so scary. And you hear like those deadites popping up out of the ground off in the distance, and you don't know where they're coming from. So yeah, super terrifying. But the other one that really just made me uneasy, even though I did play it in like 2 sittings, stayed up all night, got a little sleep, started it again until I beat it. But The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, they just remastered it, and it's unsettling, especially if you have seen the movie. So it's like, I know what I'm fighting. And most of the game takes place through CCTV angles where you have to watch them down hallways, and they'll just creep across the screen. And so they're down there, and that's where you need to go. But, you don't know if it's safe or not. And it's just like, I don't want to do this.
The one of the horror games that wasn't that scary, but it was like, it made you feel really powerful and awesome was it Fistful of Boomstick? It had this cool feature where you
could target behind your back.
Yeah, so you'd be playing Ash, you'd put you lock on, and if you turned Ash away from them, you would still stay locked on, and your shotgun would aim at them no matter where you were standing, so you could fire behind your back while you walked away from them. And I was like, dude, no other game has done that I've seen, and I was like, I thought that was so fucking cool.
That is cool.
It was for its time, because the first one, I remember the difficult. Well, the aiming was for shit. You know, it was the old Resident Evil point and basically hope you hit something. But you had to find gas for your chainsaw.
Yeah,
your chainsaw would run out of gas. So like you're a dude who's got a shotgun and a chainsaw arm, but you know, chainsaw runs out of gas at some point. So you're just lugging this thing around, being like, "What the fuck?"
You let me borrow that game. I never ended up beating it because I agreed. It was too scary, and it was fucking hard, dude. Like, every time I was like, I'll just take this dude out with a shot or with a chainsaw, and it would, like, fuck him up, but then you'd be out of gas, and then you'd run out of shells, and it was just
There's nothing you can do. I mean, you've got an axe, but it's basically the equivalent of poking them with a stick, so it's like, all right, well... but yeah, that game was 2 discs long too, because the first part took place in the cabin, in the woods, and the surrounding area, and then you get sucked back in time like an Army of Darkness, and it's like insert disc 2, and I'm like, oh, I did it, you know. It's like, but then you're back in time, you're back in medieval times, fighting skeletons and, you know, all the medieval deadites with old knight armor. So somehow it's creepier, because it's like, wait, this is really old time. You know, like, you guys have been dead for centuries. And great game though. I mean, awesome game.
It is awesome.
I think like, if all of us can get into like a horror game together, I think that would be really fun. I mean, just adding that like comedy factor of us playing together with like the horror aspect of the game. I think would
like the Phasmophobia seems like it'd be a good one.
Yeah, I think that would.
Because I don't know too many
funny.
You know, tons of horror games come to mind. I just don't know of too many multiplayer horror games. But
Phasmophobia. I mean, even Dead by Daylight, if you want to consider that, but that one's I mean,
but Brian was shockingly good at that.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's still fun.
It is fun though.
I still can't get over Colby just leaving everybody, all the tasks, and just hanging out in a fucking locker.
Hanging out in a locker. I looked forever. I'm like, where the fuck? And I kept hearing or seeing the little footsteps, but I'm like, well, wait, they just disappear. And I could hear everybody talking, but I'm like, where the fuck is he? And then I watched the clip. I'm like, he was hiding in a locker the whole time. I've circled this whole map like 4 times.
Christine made me pay though. Once she found me, she just hung me up and threw knives at me, like slowly tortured me.
I mean,
teach you
as she does.
It was funny because like I was crouch walking and I got to a generator and Colby came in from the other side on the other side, and we were both working on the generator. And I thought, oh well, okay, so he hasn't been hiding. I just couldn't find him or whatever. So we were working on it, and he worked on it for like 10 seconds, and then he was like, oh,
he's fucking out of here.
It like crouched into a locker, and I thought, what does he hear that I don't hear? So I was like, well, I better get the fuck out of here. So I leave, and then I come back like 10 seconds later, and he's still in the locker, and I'm just working on the thing while he's in.
Like whispering through it, like, get it going.
And I think it was Brittany, one of the rounds I was playing the survivors, I kept, like, I was obviously running away. The killer was right around the corner. I try to jump into a locker and she's in there and she's like, no. And I'm like, let me in. And she's like, no. And I'm like, one more time, let me in. And she's like, get the fuck out of here. And I'm like, God damn it. And I just take off. I wasted like 5 seconds that I desperately needed. But, you know, live and learn.
And then Brian's you're a really good killer, but you were also a really good survivor. He'd play that old man Bill, and he would just crouch everywhere. You'd never find him, but you would see him out in the distance, and you'd lose him. He'd go into a bush or a building, and I would waste my time trying to find him. and he was always actively helping people. And I'm like, this son of a bitch is gonna win the game.
That's another. I mean, if we ever want to add it to the list, Left 4 Dead is. I mean, it's not so much horror, but it is. It can be pretty scary sometimes.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
looked
It's
that
more
up.
fun.
I mean, I don't know. Do they have it for PlayStation?
They should. They usually come in a bundle. The games are so old at this point. Left 4 Dead 1 and 2.
I'll have
I don't
to
really have a.
check
I mean,
online or something because
yeah, they shouldn't be very much. Actually,
They had a
couldn't. I checked the store and
spiritual.
nothing was there.
They had a spiritual successor to that game called Back for
Yeah.
Blood. And I
Awful.
bought that when it was so cheap, not even that long after it came out because it just nobody liked it. But I bought it, got really into it for about 2 weeks, and me and Christine played it. And I was so into it at a certain point that I was writing builds out into a notebook, like because it's a card-based system. So
Mhm.
it's Left 4 Dead, but you can build out your character with cards that you get. And so you can be like healing extra or do more damage. But it wasn't that good.
It didn't last very. I saw a lot of reviews because I was excited for that. You know, knowing that it was going to be a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. I mean, I've lost so many hours of my life to the original Left 4 Dead on the 360, and so I'm thinking, yeah, man, like, are we getting another Left 4 Dead or kind of a beefed up version? But anymore, as much as I hate to say it, I have very little faith in modern day AAA games, and I'm just not willing to spend a $70+ price tag on a game that's gonna fucking suck, and
Yeah.
they always use the excuse, oh, we'll patch it. It's like, well, dude, no. I mean,
That's why I
should,
almost
yeah.
exclusively either play games that I know are good,
Mhm.
have been out long enough that I'm willing to give it a shot, or I
Yeah.
play nothing but indie games on Steam because they're $1, but they're pretty good. Like
Yeah.
you're not disappointed because they're really creative.
I tell you, I've been having more fun playing like Limbo and all these firefighter simulator, all these
Mhm.
I don't want to say crappy games, but these lower games that
Mhm.
I mean to spend $80 on a game and it's not even like complete or there's all these microtransactions or
Mhm.
it's just littered with cheaters or something. I'm over it. Like the next game
Yeah.
I gotta get Grand Theft Auto, but
Mhm.
there's really
For
no
sure.
like AAA game that I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to spend $80 on that.
No. No.
The last like AAA game that I think I bought with you, Colby, was Far Cry 5, I think.
Yeah.
And that game was I was dealing with like Far Cry fatigue kind of because
Mhm.
I had completely immersed myself in the third one, and
Mhm.
I didn't really care for the fourth one that much. And then the fifth one is one of those games that like I'm like I think about it all the time, but then I never I'll boot it up. I'll take all the time to download it and then kind of just be disappointed. Not
Yeah.
that I don't think it's bad or anything. It's just I'm just not that kind of guy anymore. Like my brain's not there anymore. And so it's just easier for me to boot up like a game that I'm able to just play a little bit, like a 30 minutes, 40 minutes in, and not have to think about anything and just do it.
Yeah. Some Super
Uh,
Mario.
yeah, exactly. Instead of like waiting 2 hours to download a game and then like it have just that Ubisoft layout where it's like everything has a what do you call like a map marker on it or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Waypoint. Yeah.
Waypoint, yeah.
Dude, I mean, like Halo, it's the best example I got because I fell out of Call of Duty a while ago. I mean, right around the time where you play Kobe Warzone.
Yeah.
So yeah, right when Warzone dropped, I mean, I was in it, had my fun with it, but I get it, man. The fatigue of just same maps, same people doing the same stupid shit, killing you. You know, you get burned out on Call of Duty pretty quick anymore. And they seemingly have somehow gotten worse. So I just haven't been in the Call of Duty scene for a while, but you know, Halo. Me and Blaine really tried, and we were so excited for Halo Infinite, and the multiplayer was free to play, kind of like Warzone. So we're like, why not? And to kind of feel like, okay, we're going to give them a little money, we bought 2 skins, so $10 worth of skins. We played it solid for like 3 weeks maybe before we hit the limit of burnout. They were already, the inside joke at the time when Halo dropped was $5 for the color purple, which is what the Bungie store, it's what Halo turned into. One giant microtransaction, buy every skin, you know, and the gameplay wasn't there. Like what made Halo fun to begin with as far as multiplayer back in the Halo 1, Halo 2, even Halo 3 days, it just, I mean, it had changed so much and not for the better. I think they're doing this thing where they're trying to make everybody happy, and they're trying to find a middle ground on everything to make it so that everybody can play it. But you know what's killing the gaming industry is, you know, not everybody has to play your game or like your game.
That's
but the
100%
people that do,
true.
they will spend their money. They will
Mhm.
buy whatever you keep pumping out as long as you make those improvements every year. But if you're just going to jerk us around, like, dude, I'm not, you know, $80 for a brand new video game. No, I'm good.
Yep. We were just
Yeah.
kind of talking about that on movies, Jesse. It's like they make, like, the first movie will be so good, and then I said, like, on the second movie they tried to like just capture everybody, and then it ends up being shit. And it's like, man, just stick with your targeted audience, the people that spent money and time to come see your movie. And,
Yeah,
make it.
I was telling Colby this, we were talking about something like that, and I'm just like, how do you mess up something like Predator, or how do you mess up Jurassic Park?
Yeah.
Like Jurassic, you can we were talking about there's a reason why there are like 10, 11, 12 Friday the 13th movies, and the same thing with like Nightmare on Elm Street. They're the same movie over and over again because that's what we're there to see.
Exactly.
Like they knew what you're there to see, and so they did it, and there's no one complains about it. Like, but then they want to do like Jurassic Park. It's like, it's not hard to get like a bunch of mercenaries together, and they go to the island to get something from InGen that another corporation wants, and then they get picked off by dinosaurs. That's all you got to do. And the new Jurassic Park, I couldn't stand it. We were like,
I haven't even seen it.
We were just making fun of it the entire time, and I was excited to see it just because, I mean,
Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
and I'm a sucker because they're going to put another one out, and I know I'm going to watch it because I'm wanting them to do it right.
I don't remember. This may have been the last one. I quit on Jurassic Park when the big twist was the little girl was a clone. InGen had cloned a girl. I mean, you know,
I don't think I've seen that one.
Either you haven't seen it or you blocked it out. But either way, it's just as entertaining and flat as the new one I've heard is. Because again, that's the one with Scarlett Johansson, right?
Yeah, and she's the only reason to see it.
Well, again, sure, but like, you know, substance wise, I've heard there's literally nothing there. You're not missing anything.
No,
that kind of, you know, they did the same formula as they did when they started doing Jurassic Park 3. There's a mutant dinosaur with some special mutant DNA bullshit that we're pulling out of our ass. Oh, by the way, this granddaughter who's related to the original John Hammond or whatever, turns out she's a clone using InGen technology. And it's like, well,
wow.
They just pulled it completely out of left field and was like, yeah, by the way. And I'm just like, so is this how you guys make movies now?
And we were talking about that too, where it was like, they wanted to bring in mutant dinosaurs, like that was like the big thing, and it was like nobody cares about the mutant dinosaurs,
Yeah,
and it's
dinosaurs
like
are scary
dinosaur,
enough. You
yeah,
don't need
that's
to add
scary
all
on
this
their own,
bullshit. It's like
and
dinosaurs with rocket launchers now. It's like we don't
Well,
need
yeah,
that.
like no, and
it
that was
was
the whole premise of the first one of the new trilogy. You know, that was a big plot point. Was society as a whole has lost interest in dinosaurs, so
at no
we need
point
to
would
come
that
up.
be true.
That would never happen. Like you're telling me
If
you're the only theme park, the only island in existence that has these creatures on Earth, and you're telling me as a whole, people are just like, dinosaurs are
if
boring.
that was true, there would be no zoos.
Right.
And so my thing is like the reason that
Animal Planet wouldn't exist.
right, and the reason it worked so well in the first movie is because they allowed tension to build.
Mm.
So you had like the glass of water thumping, and then you looked out into the trees and you didn't see anything, but you knew that there was a T-Rex out there, but you don't see him. And then you see the goat, and then you look back, and then you look back, and the goat's gone. And then the leg
Yeah.
falls on the top of the thing, and then you see that the T-Rex's hands on top of the gate, and it slides off, and that tells you the power's out. And then the T-Rex shows up in the night vision goggles, and you're like, it's just building and building and building. None of these other movies do the building.
No, well, I mean, that movie started off, remember the ultimate like unknown. You knew it was a dinosaur. You're going to see Jurassic Park, but the first opening scene in the first Jurassic Park where they're like unloading the dinosaurs into their individual paddocks or whatever.
Shoot
And of course,
her!
yeah, shoot her. You know what's going on. You obviously see a dude getting eaten, but you can't see what's doing it. And that in
True.
and of itself, like all this action going on, and you don't get to see what's actually doing it,
Yeah,
terrifying.
Yeah.
yeah,
Especially in
and
1994, like that was so scary.
You don't even
yeah,
really see a whole lot of the dinosaurs in the original Jurassic Park. Like
yeah.
not for a
It's
while
true.
anyway. Like
It plays
They,
on that. It plays on the
yeah,
idea that we do when I go to the zoo. We play a game where we try to find the dinosaur or the dinosaur. We try to find the animal in the exhibit within a certain amount of time because you know that it's seen you before you've seen it.
hmm
And so it's the idea that you're like, how much time do I have before I'm dead? Is kind of what I'm doing. And so I'm like thinking, I'm like, okay, well, if I can't find him in 5 seconds, I know it's
you're
seen
dead.
me, and
Yeah.
I'm cooked. And
Yeah.
it's so the same thing with you don't see the dinosaurs in Jurassic Park that often because you don't need to. You know they see you.
Yeah.
You know
They're
they're there.
they're there.
hmm And I think like, Spielberg, especially, Jaws, Jurassic Park, like he's a master at picking and choosing when the audience does see those dinosaurs. It would,
Yeah.
especially with the later, but even the sequels budget. I know he didn't direct the sequel, but like even if he wanted to, he
Mm-hmm.
could probably have asked for as much money as he wanted, and he could have plastered dinosaurs every 10 seconds all over the screen if he so chose to, and it still would have made money.
And it would have worked
But
too.
and it would have worked, but like that's it creates no tension. I mean,
None.
you do get bored if you see
It,
what's supposed to be scary. Like,
yeah.
well, it stops being
I see.
scary.
I see what you're saying, yeah, and I think Spielberg directed the second one, and then he hasn't directed anything after that.
Okay, maybe,
And
yeah. I couldn't remember if he did the
yeah,
second one or if he had somebody else do it.
and there's a lot for me to like in Jurassic World with Chris Pratt. I like Chris Pratt a lot. I thought he was a cool.
Mhm.
Owen Grady was a cool character. Uh, it still has a ton of flaws in it, but as far as like Jurassic Park movies, that might be my second or third favorite one. Even though I
Mhm.
don't, it's probably not even that as good as even maybe the third one. But there's something about it that I like.
Alan,
Uh, yeah, the third one sucks. I hate the third one.
it's
But
terrible.
have you seen the third one, Colby?
Of like the originals?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, see, I thought it was when I was younger, like the coolest shit. Like you really see like the pterodactyls in that. Like,
True. Yeah.
that's
I
what
get
I
that.
loved. I was like, fuck, these things are scary as shit. But yeah, when you go and rewatch it, you're like, this movie is shit.
Me and Brian always talk about that scene where Alan Grant's on the airplane and he's flying to the island. He falls asleep and he wakes up and there's nobody aboard the plane anymore. And he looks around and there's a raptor and the raptor turns to him and he goes, Alan. And then he wakes up and it's the raptor saying Alan. And I'm like, turn this shit off.
Yeah, get this fucking thing out of here.
Yeah.
But again, they moved so far away from the original Jurassic Park where they could have just they kept it the same. It'd be a great movie.
It's why, to me, Predator 2 is great as a sequel. Like, I don't think it's as good as the first one, but it's not a bad Predator movie at all. Like, you're getting more of what you want. And I think Predators did do something different in a good way, where like they
Is
took
that the one with Adrian Brody?
Yes, they took them
where they go to the planet.
Yeah, they go to the hunting grounds of the planet, and it's almost too bold in a way to work for me. Where I'm like, you're giving me too much. Just give me Predators. But I think it works fine. Like I like it a lot. I think it's one of the better sequels.
Yeah, the Predators was not as bad as what I guess the reviews at the time. You know, they hated it, but I like you said, it's by no means my favorite. 1 and 2 are still better. But it was okay. It was a fun popcorn flick, you know, and it did add a little, it did kind of scratch that itch of wanting to see more Predator hunting some badass dudes. It's like, okay, you know, again, seen worse.
I think it handled a lot. Yeah, I think it handled a lot pretty well. Like, you get the really distinct, each person, you got a cartel member, a Yakuza member, an American mercenary, a Spetsna. You got all these fellas, and I liked all of them. I thought they were all really cool, and I thought even Adrian Brody, I thought that character was really good. Like Royce, I thought he was a really cool character, and I really like when they find a dead alien that's not a predator, and it tells you that humans aren't the only ones that are getting taken to this planet. I thought that was really cool.
And hunted, yeah, I did too.
You can kind of break down the movies like, is it good? Fucking cat. Go away. Like it might not be as good as like the original or what you wanted to see, but was it fun? Did you have fun watching it?
Yeah,
and
I definitely
that can add a lot of points to like. Yeah, I like this.
I think so too. I thought about making, or I can't make an app, right? But I had an idea for an app, and it was kind of like a movie reviewing app. And you would break the reviews down into like 3 categories, and it would be like, how does this film stack up from like a technical filmmaking standpoint? And then you'd review it on how does the film stack up to films like it. Like, you wouldn't compare Predator to Citizen Kane, right? Like, those are 2 different films, so you wouldn't compare those 2 films. So it wouldn't be fair to use those 2 as an example. So you'd want to compare like a Halloween film to like other Halloween films,
right?
And then your third option would be you would review the film from your personal standpoint. Like, how do you feel about the movie? So whether it stacked up well in any regards on the other areas, you would still get to say, well, it wasn't stacked up in those, but I loved it, because I have plenty of those movies that I love that are technically not seen as bad movies. They're not good movies.
Yeah, same.
What would be your favorite bad movie?
Oh, I love so many bad movies.
I mean, just one off the top of my head. Dude, Where's My Car?
That's a good one. Yeah.
You know, it's not good, but I have a special place in my heart for it. You know,
I think that's a good choice.
Evolution is kind of another obscure, David Duchovny. And,
Evolution is so good.
That's a good one.
Oh, I ain't seen that in so long. What a good movie.
I'm pretty sure it's free on YouTube right now.
Really?
the,
I might have to dive into that this weekend.
the movie that I did not know had such a huge fan base until Brian showed me the fan base for it, but was Galaxy Quest.
Love that movie.
Yeah, Joe is a big Galaxy Quest guy. We need your help. Like,
We need your help. Never give up, never surrender.
I like it because I like Tim Allen. Like,
Yeah,
I'm a big
I
Tim
like
Allen
Tim Allen
guy,
a lot.
so he makes it. As far as like the
Alan
movie,
Rickman.
it's good. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think I picked Galaxy Quest as a bad movie at all. I think that's actually pretty high up there for
Yeah.
like a good movie. I don't know, but it's hard to pick like your favorite bad movie because somebody out there it's their favorite movie.
it's their
So
favorite movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's tough to think of any that I'm like that's probably my favorite bad movie.
yeah.
Yeah, I guess if I really, I would probably be it'd be kind of like maybe not the best choice or whatever, but I really like a handful, maybe Friday the 13th Part 3. It's like the Friday the 13th movies, they're like huge for slasher fans, but they're not like nobody else seems to really care about them. But I love the third one of that. I think that's pretty high up there for me.
I don't know if this is a bad movie, but what's Balls of Fury?
Oh my God.
Is that a bad
So
movie or not? I
funny.
love that movie, but you never hear anybody talk about it.
Yeah, no one talks about
It's
that.
so good.
When he's doing the fucking trick off that dude's head, and
Oh
he's just
my
like,
god! He's like, "Oh, a volunteer," and he starts like just bouncing it. It's so good. It movie should be way more recognized than what it is.
yeah, that's a good one, dude.
I agree. This one has gotten a kind of a similar cult following over the years, but Tremors. I felt like nobody ever used to talk about that. Like I felt like I was like the only one who ever rented that movie, but
Yeah.
I love Tremors.
I watched that movie. It would always be on like late at night on like Sci-Fi,
USA and Sci-Fi.
Yeah,
AMC,
yeah,
or something.
exactly.
And it was, I don't know, it's like a comfort movie for me. Really, it's so good.
Yeah.
It
It's
has
fun.
everything.
It's a good monster movie.
It's like legitimately close to being a perfect movie. If I think it doesn't really have anything in it that I would take out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I heard Kevin Bacon was
yeah.
scared his career was over after making that. Like
He
Wow.
did. He thought after because it had done so bad, like he's like my career's over, which of course it wasn't. But yeah, he was pretty bummed about it for a long time, and then he saw the VHS sales, and he was like, "Well, suddenly I don't feel so bad about
yeah,
it."
no,
But he didn't come back for the sequel.
it's definitely earned or got its following. Renee,
It man, Tremors is good. Another one that has come up as a fan favorite now, but wasn't when I was coming up was The Thing. Like
The Thing, yeah,
when
I love that movie.
When I first moved to Tennessee and I started working on film sets, a guy on a set was like, he had a meeting with everybody and he asked, "What's everybody's favorite movie?" And I said, "The Thing," and he was like, "The Thing." I have never heard anybody ever say The Thing is their favorite movie, and now I feel like I hear a lot of people say it's their favorite movie, and I agree. It's for me. This switches around all the time, but my top movies are The Thing, Creepshow, and Evil Dead. They switch places all the time, but
Yeah, yeah.
Well-
The same energy that The Thing I get from like, and I know Carpenter, but like Big Trouble in Little China.
that's another
You know,
one. Yeah,
it's a movie that kind of like Night of the Creeps too, a little more
yeah.
obscure, but like it's just one of those movies where you think you know what's coming and then you don't, and they just make it more insane, more crazy, and I'm just like, okay, I'm strapped in, let's do this, you know.
The only people that talk about Big Trouble in Little China are Brian and anybody who was like 40 in the 80s.
Yeah.
Do you guys?
But I love that movie too.
have like off the top of your head what movie you've seen the most in your life? Like,
Yeah.
can you say it?
Lord of the Rings.
All of them,
Probably
or
Lord of the Rings extended. I'm not even exaggerating. During COVID,
it's a lot of time.
I mean, listen, they were my comfort movies. The world was falling apart. I was like, building Gundams and shit, like just
Yeah.
keeping myself sane.
Throw these on. I feel safe.
Well, look, the first one, there's just nothing is ever going to top the first one for me, but especially the opening where they're in Hobbiton and it just shows the hobbits living their life, baking, drinking, smoking. I'm like, there's just something, especially in the fall. Like, I love watching the first one. But then, of course, you start the first one. Well, of course, you got to watch the other two. And of course, it has to be the extended edition.
Do you ever skip the second one and just go first to third?
Rarely. I mean, I feel guilty if I don't, even though I've seen it. I know what's going to happen. It's like, well,
leaving the middle child at home while taking the other two out for ice cream. Like,
yeah, what am I, the mom from Home Alone?
Yeah.
No,
I think for me, I have a bunch that I've seen like a ton of times. Like, I know what my most seen movie is now, but it's because of Harlan. But before that, it probably would have been somewhere around Shaun of the Dead, Step Brothers, and there's a film from 1981 called Ghost Story. I think I've seen that one. I don't know how many times. But then because of Harlan, I think I've probably seen the Mario movie probably like 50 sometimes, something like that.
Wow.
And I thought I'd hate it by now. I don't.
Yeah.
I still love that
movie.
Yeah.
Such a good movie. I bought it right when it hit like the Amazon, like buy now.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck
I
yeah,
did
I
too.
am.
Yeah, the other movies that never get old for me, like we've talked about, The Mummy, just throw it on anytime. I'll watch it.
That's so
But
watchable.
also Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz. The third one, At World's End, doesn't scratch that same itch as the first two. It's good,
Yeah,
but it's
still
not
good.
one I can just throw on anytime. But the first two, I love those movies equally, even though they're two completely separate movies. Because like Derek has asked me, which one's your favorite, Shaun of the Dead or Hot Fuzz? I'm like, well, I like them. They're here, but for completely different reasons. Because they're totally different movies, even though they're very similar. But
yeah,
they're just not the same.
They are completely true. They truly are completely different movies while being incredibly similar.
Mm-hmm.
At World's End is hard for me to watch just because what are their names? Sean
Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
And Nick Frost. Like in the other movies, they're such good friends, or well, at least Shaun of the Dead. But at World's End, like you could tell that he doesn't like him very much. He's only there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it kind of breaks my heart, like watching it. I'm like, oh my god.
I think that's true. I think I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah, they don't have that bond like they do in the other ones. Like,
it's true.
That's probably part of the reason, honestly. I mean, even though Martin Freeman is always a welcome addition to any cast, I love me some Martin Freeman. And just for a sec, going back to Lord of the Rings, I know, Jesse, you've heard this, but they couldn't have picked a better Bilbo.
He's perfect casting for
perfect. Bilbo. I don't much care for the movie. I love the first one. After that, don't really care, but Bilbo is perfect.
Yeah.
I know. I love Bilbo like deeply as a character, and when they cast Martin Freeman, I felt like I was on a cloud nine. I was like, what wonderful, beautiful casting. And then I saw the movie and I didn't really care for it. Well, the first one, I didn't dislike the first one, but it's just as they went on, I was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, the first one, I liked the first half of the first one, and then how it just kind of ends, and then they start to they turned one book into 3 movies, and even Peter Jackson didn't want to do it, and and it did. We did see the last one, Battle of the Five Armies in theaters, I fell asleep. I was so
Oh,
bored.
God.
Like you could
Yeah.
tell they were just stretching it out, and I'm just like, okay, I get it. You know, Bilbo goes back home, and Lord of the Rings happens. Can this be over?
Yeah,
I mean,
I was confused on why they made Lord of the Rings first before The Hobbit, and then like you watch it and you're like, oh, Lord of the Rings would not have been what it is had they released The Hobbit first. Like,
yeah.
I think
The
the only
19
reason The Hobbit is successful is from people that love Lord of the Rings. And
the 1970s version of The Hobbit is like primo. It's super good. I used to watch that one as a kid. And I like is it Smog? Is that the dragon?
Yeah.
I like Benedict Cumberbatch. I liked his whole role as that. I thought that was really good. I thought he was really scary, and I thought he did well. But besides his CGI, I hated all the CGI in those movies.
yeah,
Same.
even the orcs, like
yeah.
the orcs are so good in Lord of the Rings, and I can't stand to look at them in The Hobbit.
I can't either. They talk about that all the time, just in the fandom, and which again, another reason why the first Lord of the Rings trilogy is held in such high regard is, 99% of what you're seeing on screen is actually on screen. It's practical effects, and
Yeah.
you can tell.
Oh, they look
on
so
camera.
scary and dark and evil, and then
Mhm.
The Hobbit, it's like, what? What are these
And
fucking
it's
guys?
like you're watching a Marvel movie, and
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
well, I don't want that vibe from Lord of the Rings,
It's true.
Like if I wanted to see a Marvel movie, I'd go watch Captain America or whatever.
Yeah, it's true.